If you are looking to organize and streamline your real estate business because you're tired of winging it and flying by the seat of your pants, then you have made it to the right place, my friend. Let's talk about how your day is going to look once you get these organizations in place. And really quickly, before we dive into the good stuff, I am actually hosting a live training on this topic tomorrow, June 12th. If you are watching this video after the fact, no worries. We will have the link to the recording below. I am sharing the ultimate real estate workflow, how to organize, manage, and grow your real estate business. You got to be there. All the links to save your seat are below in the caption. So when we're starting our day as our most organized self, the first thing that we need to do is know what the day holds for us and what the most important tasks are that we need to begin with. Because we don't want to start our day by doing something like diving into email and getting lost in other people's problems and putting out other people's fires. Instead, we want to start our day doing our most productive, important items first so that we can really get the ball rolling and set ourselves up for success, right? My favorite tool to have in place to organize my daily to-dos for this specifically is Asana. And you may have heard me talk about Asana before on this channel. Asana is like 8 out of 10, one of my most important tools in my business. And it's also what I help the agents in the Market Authority Academy use to streamline their entire workflow as well. And for good reason. You can use Asana for streamlining your own to-dos. You can use Asana for delegating tasks to other team members. And when you have it dialed in the right way, you can actually plan your lead generation and marketing years in advance, right? And that might sound like overkill, but it's just goes to show how simple Asana can be for actually streamlining this most important part of your day. Because remember, it doesn't matter how good at being organized and streamlined you are if you are really effectively doing the wrong thing. We want to make sure that we are focusing on the right things first and then putting in the organization that is going to ensure that we tackle those first thing every single day. So as you can see, the main projects that I really rely on in Asana are my power hours for my lead generation routine, my database marketing for the marketing activities that I do to generate more referrals, and my admin and team operations, which are like the administrative stuff that I want to do throughout the week or delegate to my support staff as well. The interesting thing about using a task management system like Asana is that you can in a granular way itemize the different tasks that you have to do each day, and it allows you to see them in a high level and better understand which you should be delegating. Because again, there are hundreds of things that have to happen for your real estate business to operate smoothly, but not all of them should be done by you, and that's the difference. Okay, so as I proceed with my most organized and streamlined day, Asana is going to help tell me what the most important lead generation activities are to do, and it's going to tell me where to do them, which leads us to our CRM. So after I'm reviewing what I need to be doing that day, who I need to be reaching out to, I'm then going to go into my CRM or my client relationship manager, which I use FollowUp Boss, which is a real estate specific CRM that is absolutely amazing. I've used it for years and years, and I don't have any plans on changing that anytime soon. And all of my client communication happens in that CRM. Now, this is an important distinction in organizing your real estate business. Your task management is very different from your client management and your client communication. We want those things compartmentalized. We want them separate. And so Asana is telling me when to go into FollowUp Boss and what to do in there. And then I'm going to go into FollowUp Boss and manage the communication and reach out to my lead follow-ups, reach out to my current and past clients, and make sure that I'm fulfilling the needs there to keep my pipeline full. Now, if you want a little more detail on specifically what I'm doing in my CRM versus what I'm doing in Asana, again, be sure to register for that free training that I'm hosting on how to organize and streamline your real estate business, because I'm going to go into a lot more like actual demos and tutorials on how that looks for my specific setup and how the agents I coach in the Market Authority Academy use that as well. So after I have completed all of my client communication in my CRM, I then want to move into my marketing and project management. For any time that I might have left over, if I'm not jetting to an appointment like showings or appraisals or showing up at inspections, whatever else I have going on, then I'm going to use the time that I have remaining in that time block to work on any marketing tasks that I may have scheduled installed again through Asana. And to do that, I'm going to dive into Google Drive. Now remember, Asana, the task management tool, is telling me that, hey, Stephanie, you have this project you need to work on, or you have this part of your database marketing plan that you need to fulfill. I need a lot more space to add all of those details, all of the copy that I might have pre-written, all of the files that I might need to access for that. I can't keep those in Asana, so instead I keep those in Google Workspace. Now, Google Workspace is going to have basically everything else that I use to keep my business organized. I keep my files organized in Google Drive. This includes our transaction files, our content scripts, like for this video, for example, our social media calendars, like literally everything that you can imagine that has some kind of a digital footprint in my business that is housed in Google Drive. I use Google Docs to keep all of the word-heavy pieces in files that are organized as well in Google Drive. So Google Docs is kind of like Microsoft Word, but it's Google's version of it. That's where I'm going to have all of my project plans, all of my content pre-written, any newsletter material, content that's like drafted out and ready to go that I can then send to my assistant to have her send out on my behalf. All of those text-heavy word processing pieces are happening in Google Docs. Any of my metrics that I might want to be tracking on a spreadsheet are happening in Google Sheets. So I have those very well detailed and organized as well. And it is so easy to use. And the best part about this is anytime I am mentioning these pieces or files or projects that I have in Google, I just simply link to those files in Asana. So if I'm waking up in the morning and I'm completing my lead generation and follow-up, and then Asana says, hey, Stephanie, don't forget to draft that email newsletter. Here's the link to the Google Docs. I'm just going to click it, draft that email newsletter, and then delegate the task to my admin to get it done. So I want you to see how I'm using these different components all in sync together. It doesn't matter how well you have, for example, Google Workspace dialed in, or your CRM workspace dialed in, or Asana dialed in, right? You want them all to work cohesively together. And again, those are all things I will be going a little bit more in depth on during that live training. So be sure to catch that replay if you missed the live one. But I want to stop this conversation here, because this is a really big conversation and I would like to continue it on this channel and do more like specific YouTube demonstrations, but I want to invite you to be a part of that conversation. Let me know where you want this conversation to go from here. Leave me a comment on what specific tutorials you might find helpful. Are you getting stuck in Asana? Are you getting stuck on Google Workspace? Are you getting stuck in the CRM? Are you getting stuck in delegation maybe? Maybe you're not sure how to automate some of these tasks in leveraging the other people that you have on your team. If that's the case, let's pick up the conversation there. Leave me a comment below and be sure to hit subscribe to this channel, as I'm going to continue sharing more details on this topic, because I think that this is really where the rubber meets the road when it comes to growing your real estate business. You can't continue growing your real estate business if you're winging it and flying by the seat of your pants and white knuckling every little thing that you really shouldn't be having to take all the responsibility on, right? We should be able to leverage and delegate and automate using great technology and really smart new hires like virtual assistants or transaction coordinators or even wow coordinators for your clients. But again, the possibilities are endless. And so let me know where you want me to take that conversation. Can't wait to hear from you in the comments below. Thanks so much as always for tuning in. And until next time, keep on crushing it.